Howdy y'all, this is Dwight and welcome back to my channel. Well, springtime coming up here in Middle Tennessee. I thought I'd do a bit of an update. I didn't have a whole lot going on this winter with my stuff, so but with spring on us, I have a couple updates. And the first we can see behind me is a little greenhouse I got over this past weekend. We had some pretty good winds blowing, and that poor old thing got blowed over, I don't know, about 20-30 feet away from where it's sitting right there. So I'm in the process of trying to brace it up and see about getting that sucker attached down halfway decent, so hopefully it don't blow away on me no more. But I'm going to turn the old camera around and give you a look at what I got going on. Of course, first thing, there's the cover for it. I got laid over there against the fence, and I also had, there's two pallets leaned up again there. I had them on the inside, as well as these two cinder blocks to hold the bottom down, and I do got a good sized chunk of cedar there. And this sucker still lifted up and blew over the end of the house. Right over in there is where it ended up. So I'm trying to put some braces down on where the poles are. Of course, this is the front, and on the back, as we can see, I did a brace all the way across the back. That way we got a good solid side to side. This is just little thin wall metal tubing, and some of them warped, and I was able to bend them back. But I did have one on this front corner. It broke apart, so I'm using these little metal straps. So I strapped the top part as well as the bottom part, and thankfully that's the only section that broke. But I am planning on running a shelf down along each side. So instead of having a tall board, this is about 4 foot tall here, I won't go, I ain't decided yet, but this is 3 feet. I'm thinking maybe about 2 feet. I'm going to run a shelf down and just have legs underneath, and of course attached to the supporting posts there. And on top of that, I'm going to make me some wooden stakes and pound them suckers down in the ground on each corner, and then screw it into the boards to hopefully have this held down to handle any more windstorms we might get. Because every spring and even in the fall, we usually get some good amount of winds to go along with some rainstorms and thunderstorms and so on and so forth. So I'm in the middle of this project. Of course, I will update you as I get it finished out. Which I was wanting to put some shelves along each side anyway, so this is kind of forcing me into it. Now, of course, things blew over and around, and on this little cedar here, I don't know if we can see down in here, there's one branch broke. This is one I was planning on doing a little trimming this spring. So I'm going to be trimming that off. But I am getting some buds out on this maple. I'm probably going to do a little bit to that. And so far, this little boxwood I just poked down in the ground, that one's doing pretty good. This one here, it's hanging in there. My forsythia or Easter bush is budding out nice, these are hardy to my understanding, so I'm going to give this a good chopping, because I'm wanting to shorten it way down to where we have a trunk down low and then have the sprouts come off of that, which we did have one little bitty branch get snapped on it, so I just poked it down in some dirt. These start really easily doing that. These bushes here, they're doing good. They're getting new leaves coming out on them, so I'm not sure if this year if I'm going to separate these and put them in their own pots or give it another year. I'm not sure. If I wait too long, the roots might get tangled, so I'm debating on this. And of course the rest of it is some bulbs that's been planted, and some pepper plants there. Now I did get me some Japanese maple seeds off the internet, and I did have about 10 seeds I put in a bag with a damp paper towel, and I had them in the refrigerator throughout the winter. Of course I labeled it, and this spring I put them in this tray, and so far I have not had any sprout. But the rest of the seeds, I put them in a pot with dirt and let them outside here with everything else, and just let them winter with a wire grate over top of it. And I'll show you that now. I went ahead and brought it indoors since I don't have that little greenhouse to protect it from we're still getting some cold nights. And I had this wire grate on top. And now down in here, I got 3 sprouts. Now I've never started any Japanese, here's the bag they came in, Japanese red maple seeds. This is my first experience, so I am really hoping that those, it looks like I might even have another one right there. I just seen that, that's exciting. I'm really hoping those are the Japanese seeds. They will get a little bigger before I'll be able to personally tell for sure. Hopefully nothing has dropped in there, being it was undercover, but I can't guarantee it. But I am excited about the possibility of those being my seeds sprouting. Obviously I'm quite the amateur when it comes to this, but I'll keep you updated on those, and hopefully those are the Japanese red maple seeds that I'm hoping are sprouting. One other little sprout I wanted to show was this one right here. This I noticed sprung up right in the fence of our property, and of course I don't want any trees growing up in the fence, so I dug around it to make sure not to disturb the roots and put it in this cup. And if I'm thinking correctly, this is going to be a little redbud tree. If you can see, it has the heart-shaped leaf. Of course it's red. So quite honestly, this is something I'm kind of excited about, to see how that one does for me as well. So that will do it for this update video, and as I said, as I make progress on that, I will show what I get done. But for all y'all that have watched the video, I do thank you for watching, and until the next video, y'all take care.